Well, there you are, the obvious chance of Terry there. And if Manley came here saying that he wasn't bothered about fighting away from home, I would think he's a little bit bothered now. Although sometimes in this game, hometown advantage, if you get hit on the chin, you're not always sure what town you're in. Minute to go in the fifth. And just to recap, that scheduled for 15 rounds for the International Boxing Federation version of the light welterweight, or junior welterweight as it's known in the States, Championship of the World. And at this stage, the Detroit champion, Joe Louis Manley, not doing so well. And the British Lion, or the fighting fireman from Basildon, really fighting above himself for this one at the moment. Can he keep it up? It's almost as though Marsh is having a word in the air with Manley. It's quite a chirpy character, isn't he, Marsh? Acknowledging the crowd as he goes back to the corner there, Marsh, as if to say, I'm satisfied with that. So there's some analysis for you now. As I say, he's been knocked down once, Marsh, in his career, and Manley once. So that evens it up quite a bit. And there you can see in the background the referee collecting the cards, and the sponsors, Crockley Scripts, round ladies going around with the board, Sarah and Vicky from Leeds. So no, that's not the makeup treatment. They're just a little bit of Vaseline around the face, and just helps the chafing of the gloves, reddening the face a little bit. So I'm wondering now whether there's a slight concern on the face there of Mr. Hoffman, of the American. So round 6, and Terry Marsh unquestionably ahead. Can he do it, Jim?
Certainly looks like it at the moment. Marsh has not allowed Manley to do any effective work whatsoever. He's kept him under pressure, he's bullied him. It's not the classic boxing we've come to expect from Marsh, but it's very effective because he's pushing Manley onto his back foot all the time, roughing him up and just stopping him from working. But at the same time, his own leads has only a slip, no problem there. But Marsh's own leads are coming out quicker than Manley's, and at this stage, things are looking very good.
The referee was quite right there. It was a slip, half-push slip, and he acknowledged it right away, Newman, so the crowd wouldn't get too excited. $10 points to the winner of each round, by the way, and a proportionate number to the loser. I would think these are 10-9 rounds, Jim, so far to Marsh.
Well, a lot of untidy work. Marsh is winning the rounds. I wouldn't say by a big margin because a lot of the work is untidy. The referee, every time they come up close, the referee's having to separate them.
Actually, Marsh can fight a bit inside, Jim, but as we said earlier, he doesn't want to do it in this one. He did it against Quinton McKenzie, you'll recall, in the last round of the British Championship.
The only thing Marsh needs to be the perfect fighter is a little bit more punching power, but he gets by without that. It doesn't trouble him in the least. He's unbeaten, and he's the bully at the moment.
Right above us here in the commentary position, and you could hear those punches really thudding home there by Marsh. Minute to go in the 6th.
Manley's trying to wind up big right hands. He's trying to put power into the punches when he should be doing the opposite. He should be trying to make himself a bit of room and put punches together, because he's allowing Marsh to bully him around the place and stop him from working.
It's hard to judge the expressions on a fighter's face, Jim, that you haven't seen a lot of, in this case Manley. But he's trying to look all sort of nonchalant, I get the impression about it, but it's not quite working.
Well, I think that's actually one of his problems. He's not fired up the same way Terry Marsh is fired up. A little bit blatant from Terry there.
Yes, he ran in and got caught with the head, and he turned around after the belt just as well. The referee's an old heavyweight who can deal with it. Had to really haul Marsh off there, and Randy Newman, I think he was going over to the corner, but he turned away and just collected the cards instead. Now let's have a look again at that incident, Jim.
Yeah, just a little bit blatant the way Terry moved in there. A little bit deliberate there, Terry, but it's that kind of fight.
Well, on that form, on tonight's game, maybe Tottenham could have done with a header like that. It's really acknowledging people, Marsh, as you say, Jim. You can almost feel the determination and the excitement almost as we come out for round 7. I thought the 6th round was a bit closer, Jim, really. As you said earlier, they're a bit close. Marsh has been stealing them, but I thought the 6th was a little closer, that one. Yeah, and he might have deducted something for running in with a head like that.
Yeah, well, he didn't actually make a big show of warning them about it, so I don't think he didn't tell the judges to deduct any points. I don't think they'll have done that. I don't think it'll have done Terry any harm. But see, again, Marsh is not allowing Manley to work. Marsh's work is a little bit crude, but very effective. It's not the clean-cut boxing we expect, but very effective. He's not allowing Manley to do anything.
He's not the sort of boxer, Marsh, that worries about opposition. He doesn't look at videos of them. He said, I'll weigh them up when I get there, and normally he says I overestimate them, and then when I get in, they're not as good as I thought, and I can then get on with the job. Did well there to switch that lead into a hook as well, Marsh. He's picking punches well. Oh, it's getting rough now. And I've got a feeling now the referee is going to call over Marsh. He is too. He's going to have a strong lecture with that one. Bit surprising there, Jim. He's getting carried away with it a bit.
Yeah, he's so fired up, but there was absolutely no subtlety in that one. That was as blatant as the last one, only worse.
Well, if the American camp thought they were going to face what's known in the trade as a fancy Dan, it was certainly wrong. Because the old Marine Commando's really given it some stick here. Oh, and he's got him round 7. Dropped his hands there, Manley. I don't know whether he was trying to show off to say you're not hurting me, but it was a bit ill-advised, I suspect. Oh, he's trying to whack away to the body now, Manley. But Marsh to say, OK, if you want it that way, I'll meet you head on. What a great fight in the 7th. Well, I tell you what, Marsh is surprised. I suspect it. All the viewers have left their Marsh fans, and he's certainly surprised the world champion. Well, it almost seems very calm in that corner as we look at that now. Replay coming in. There it is. You see, it's a bit obvious, and Manley, by pulling his head back like that, makes it look even worse, of course. But the referee quite rightly warned Marsh there. Another replay, Jim. Some action.
See, here's Marsh again, keeping the pressure on, keeping the punches going. I don't know what Manley was playing at there. He seemed to lose his concentration. But Marsh has never given Manley any punching room, not an inch of punching room at any time.
So, see, here we go, chance now. And Marsh ahead. Round 8. And a really cracking contest then. A little bit of needles spiced in there at times for the World Championship.
Now, this is the first time Marsh has stood off. I don't know why he's doing that. He's had plenty of success to keeping the pressure on, keeping him up close, not coming to any harm.
Oh, what a flurry. Really threw himself at the champion there, Marsh, and his anxiety to get to him. Well, it surprised him, you know. Marsh is still carrying a lot of bitterness in his heart because he was ABA champion and was not picked for the Moscow Olympics, and he defeated Joe Frost, who actually went to the Olympics. And all this comes out in his boxing at the right time, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, I sometimes listen to Marsh and he speaks about retirement at a funny stage in his career, and I think sometimes his heart's not in the game. But when you see a performance like this tonight and the way he's fired up, his heart's in the game all right.
Oh, yeah, he's got very much the old Cockney pride. But the way he finishes with a left hook there, Marsh. Beautiful combination of punches. And he's not afraid to go in and rough it up now. There's none of the stand-up, old English straight style and let's play the game, chaps, because he knows he's got to get in there and do the business and do it the hard way. What a round for Marsh. Can he do it now? We're running out of time in this round, Marsh. It still hasn't really looked like going down. There's the countdown clock. And Marsh is going to keep him pinned there on the ropes and keep throwing these punches, wearing him down. Great round for Marsh, this one. Not as though he's needed. Hasn't really had a bad one. Well, he delivered Manley back to his own corner there to save him the walk home. Well, I tell you, these seconds are now Luther Burgess and Bill Miller. They've really got to work hard there, and Bob Middleman. And referee Newman looking over. And let's have a look at some replay there. And it gives you an idea of where they're standing toe to toe there, punch for punch, as Marsh then gets the left hook in, and that was the point where he backed Manley off and kept him there. Jim, the overhead view.
Well, definitely Marsh's best round so far. Definitely signs in this round that he was finally beginning to break Manley's heart. Manley has never been able to match Marsh in any department. Marsh seems too strong for him inside, and here we've just seen the best round of the fight as far as Marsh is concerned.
He's doing well, the referee here, to stand in the middle of the ring so that no boxer leaves the corner too early. Round 9. Well, I tell you, it's It's turned out at the moment the right venue for Marsh, but no clowning in this tent. It's the most serious he's ever been in his life, I would think. And at 28 and a bit, I tell you, he knows it's probably got to be his final fling to become a world champion. Had a lot of problems, hand troubles in the last year, and a cut in his last fight. A bit unfairly stripped of the European Championship. And now he's trying to really make up for all that now. He's just got to, as a fireman would, Jim, keep it under control at the moment.
Well, we've just seen another good left hook from Marsh, bang on the chin. Marsh just has to keep doing exactly what he's doing. Keep bullying Manley whenever he can. Don't give him any punching room. Manley has never had an inch of punching room since the fight started. And Marsh just wants to keep doing exactly what he's doing.
Well, he's been in the Basildon and London area now long enough to get acclimatised, Manley, so he can't complain that he left it late coming here. He's had good sparring with Kirkland Lang and his close friend Glenn Costales, an ex-pro. Just losing a bit of that composure now, Manley, Jim. He came out all good stance, good balance, but he's lost a bit of it.
Well, we heard about Manley's classy punches, his classy moves. He hasn't been allowed to do anything. Marsh, although sometimes crude, has totally dictated the action as he's doing now.
And it certainly can't be weight making in Manley's case, because he looks really, he could almost do the lightweight division at 9'9". Below this one, 9'12 and a half he came in. Well, as we get the countdown then for the end of the ninth, it's Marsh all the way at this stage. Oh, what punches! And the referee, the bell may sound, but the referee would have to continue counting. He's shoving Marsh back to a neutral corner. He's giving him the standing 8 count, but the bell has gone at the end of that count of 8, and that's quite right. The referee continued at the end of the round of the count there. And he handled it quite well, the referee, I thought. He's going over now to Manley's corner. No, he's not. He looked at him closely and then went across and picked up the scorecard. No, he's going back to Manley's corner. And the British Boxing Board of Control doctor came in there just to nod to the referee, do you want me for anything? And he says, no, leave the corner. That's fair enough. Jim, let's have a look at that tremendous...
Beautiful punch, yeah. That's all Marsh needed at this point. If I look at that, bang on the chin, over it went, caught him actually on the way down.